Good morning to China. So here is the 2023 X5 you inquired about. This is our carbon black. It almost gives a blue, like a midnight blue vibe. Have those 22-inch wheels with the red brake calipers on them. Now, a couple benefits of purchasing new from us is one, you get free lifetime oil changes. Now, two, you also get a 3-year, 36,000 mile maintenance free warranty, meaning you don't pay for service or maintenance during that time of that warranty. You get the 4-year, 50,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty as well. But let's hop in the inside. I'll show you the interior and tell you about some of the features there. Here we are in the inside. You have that nice cognac interior, nice wood grain trim here. So this car in our reality is pretty much like fully loaded. Powered windows, memory settings, has the massaging seats here. You have 22-way seats. Let's just go through the interior really quick, and then we'll hop into some of these features here. As you can see, heated and cooled seats there. Wireless charging here. So this car has a lot of features. So let's get into those. Okay, so here we are with the features. I like to start right in front of me. So as I kind of go through this car, you'll see a common theme that a lot of these features, they want you to be able to use them while you're driving, and they don't take away from you driving. They actually help. So as I go through these, you'll see that theme a lot. So I do want to start with the heads-up display. That's one of the biggest components of that convenience I was talking about. Everything's right here in front of you in your driving view. Your speed, the speed limit of the road that you're on, any warnings would come there. If you had directions would populate here as well. Also, if I wanted to just, if I was listening to the radio, or I had my Apple CarPlay or Android Play hooked up and I had a playlist going, I could also scroll through my playlist here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can scroll through my playlist there. Again, everything's kind of right in front of you. Now, some people don't like to have things right in their eye, kind of in their eyesight as they're driving. So they have this fully digital odometer. So this side here is always going to stay the same. So your gas, your range, what your current speed, and then whatever speed limit of the road that you're on. We're currently not driving, so nothing's populating there. Now this middle part is a live running map. So again, if you had directions going, it would populate here, tell you when to turn, give you turn by turn directions there. Now this last side, you can adjust this, has a couple different faces here. So currently you're seeing the current mileage, has 54 miles on this car. That shows horsepower, torque, G-force. I normally like to keep mine here. This is entertainment. Now let me make a quick adjustment here and I'll show you. It's really cool. So again, as I was saying, with the heads up display, if you did have like your playlist going and you wanted to scroll through it, you could do all of that there. So right now we're on Sirius Radio. I can just scroll through the channels. Again, I don't have to kind of take my eyes off the road to look over here. It's kind of all in front of me. You do have the heated steering wheel. A couple things I want to mention just really quick. You do have the auto sensing rain, auto sensing windshield wipers, the automatic auto dimming headlights, so you don't have to worry about flipping between your bright lights at night. This car, it does that automatically. You do have the upgraded sound system as well. Now let's hop back here on the steering wheel. So this car has our Driving Assistance Pro package. So you get two things with that. One, you get the active cruise control. So if you do have your cruise control going, say for instance, you had your cruise control set at 60, there's a car in front of you, they decide to stop and turn off. You don't have to hit the brakes. This car will automatically adjust its speed based on that car in front of it. And then once that car gets out of your way, this car would automatically speed up to the speed that you had set. Now, the other part that comes with that package is you have the Traffic Jam Assistance Pro. So say for instance, you're in a traffic jam, you would hit that button, it would turn on your assisted driving. Reality, I'm not supposed to say this, but this car would drive itself up to 40 miles per hour without much input from you in the steering wheel or the gas. So that's how that works. Let's move over here to safety features. So if you see that little green circle there, that means this car has 360 coverage as far as safety. And I'll show you quickly what that entails. All right, you have the forward collision mitigation. So if a car stops in front of you, you're not paying attention, you'll get an alert. And in very dire situations, this car would hit the brakes. Now, another thing that is included there is the leg detection system. So deer, dog, pedestrians, it can detect those coming at the car and give you a warning. And then, like I said, in certain situations, it would brake itself. Now, the side collision warning, if just kind of how this picture illustrates, if someone's coming, you know, dangerously on your side, you're going to get an alert. And then in certain situations, if the car using its cameras on each of these side mirrors, if it realizes that it has room to move over, it actually may move you over away from that danger if it is coming at you. Lane departure warning. Of course, if you cross that yellow or white line, you're going to feel a vibration. If you have the steering intervention activated, the car will actually pull you back into lane. And then active blind spot, you'll receive a notification there if someone's in your blind spot, letting you know it's not a good time to get over. If you do have the steering intervention activated, it's either going to not let you get over or pull you back into your lane if you try to get back over. I mentioned earlier, you have the heated and the cooled seats, wireless charging. Now, I do want to get into this. Well, let me just show you this first before I get into a little more of those features. You do have the full sunroof here. It's like a very, very nice, just open feel. Goes all the way back. Now, so let's start here on our control panel. So I'm going to start with these 3 driving modes. Sports, Comfort, Economy, Pro. Pretty standard on cars these days. Sports mode, the motor gets louder, suspension gets stiffer, car gets a lot more power. Comfort is a good medium between the two. So the motor gets a lot quieter. Suspension's loosened, so you don't feel as many of the bumps. And then Economy Pro mode, which is a slight hybrid mode. So you have a small battery in this car. In the Economy Pro mode, your car will kind of toggle between the battery and gas, just to help save gas. But what BMW realizes, most people, they're not actively thinking to switch between these modes as they drive. So they created adaptive mode. In about 30 days, this car will learn your driving routes and driving habits. So if you're typically late for work in the morning and you speed, this car will learn that. It'll probably kick you in a sports mode in the morning. Or if you're taking a long trip, it'll notice you're going at a constant speed and it may just kick you into Economy Pro mode just to save some gas. So that's how that works. Now, my favorite feature on this car is this 360 parking view. Shows you a full view of kind of your parking. So if you're pulling in straight, you get a good view of, you know, make sure you're not getting too close to the curb. You're not running that over in the front, and then same thing with the back. But the coolest thing about this feature is it allows this car to park itself. So this car backs in, this car parallel parks itself, and if you were stuck inside of a parallel park, this car could get itself out of that situation as well. So that's a really, really cool feature there. Now, take you here to navigation. So we do have a very comprehensive navigation here. I'm actually going to show it to you. So, and here I can also demonstrate how it will populate in your heads-up display and this as well. So let's say, take me to the nearest Pizza Hut.
Okay, I've selected Pizza Hut. I have found these 50 entries.
Okay, so let's click on. Click it again. There we go. Gonna start guidance here.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
So, as I said, it populates right there. Get the white outline showing you the route you should take, as well as turn-by-turn directions. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that little arrow there, but it also populates here in the heads-up display. And honestly, the heads-up display gets a little more in detail than this down here when you're using it. But that's the navigation there. And while we're kind of on this talking to the car, BMW, just like kind of like the phones now and Alexa, everybody wants you to be able to kind of voice command, and then the technology does what you say. So BMW has really advanced that in these newer cars. So I'll show you a couple things you could do. Roll down the front passenger window halfway.
I will open the front passenger window halfway.
All right, I'm gonna let that up. Or I could just say simply, if you pay attention to this here, and you pay attention here, I'll show you. I can say, I am hot.
No problem. I'm lowering the temperature and activating the seat ventilation. It will be cooler shortly.
So she turned my air down. She turned on my ventilated seats. Again, last thing I'll show you. So I didn't talk about this, but you do have ambient lighting throughout this car. You have about 9 different colors that you can change it to, and I'll show you here. It's like bronze, orange, white, blue, green, lilac, and that gives you kind of a good illustration of where those colors flash. But I can also say things to the car like, change the ambient lighting color to lilac.
Okay, I've selected the lighting color lilac with contouring lilac.
So pretty much you can do everything in this car by voice except roll up the windows and open the sunroof. So pretty much you can talk to this car and tell it to do a lot. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. So I think I got everything here. I'll just take you to the back, show you the back briefly in the trunk, and if there is anything else you want to see after this, just let me know and I can get that over to you. So here we are in the back. We do have these manual sunshades here. The nice designs in the seat. So you have your charging ports and entertainment hookup here. This is what this is for, your entertainment hookup. If you want to put like an iPad on the back or something, that's what you would use there. You do have the dual climate control for the back and heated seats for the back as well. I'll give you a full view of this front here. So let's hop into the trunk. Show you the space there. All right, so here we are in the trunk. Now, this car has the regular mats and it comes with the all-weather mats as well. So that's really nice. You have the all-weather covering for the back, but you have good space here. Those seats do go down if need be. And all of this is powered, so. All right, so that's the car. If there's anything else that you wanted to see or know a little more about, just please let me know. I'll get that right over to you.